We know what a girl wants. We love beauty, we love fashion, we love accessories. What we don't want, mice, we don't want spiders, we don't want roaches, and we don't want rats.
This is true. This is all true.
And, too bad there is not a show called What a Girl Doesn't Want.
Well,
but maybe this last segment of the show could be What a Girl Doesn't Want is pests in the home. And so when I saw that we were doing the Bell and Howell pest repellers as a weekly deal drop, I said, let's please let everyone see this, because it's not every day we get such a great value. You get a total of 6 of these.
Correct.
For less than $24. That comes down to $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4 a pop, 1 week only, or as long as they last. The question is, do they work?
Well, the answer is yes. And the reason I say this is because I actually use these at my home, at my office, every place Kelly and I have lived, we brought these with us. We've been selling these here, not these particular ones, but other ones from Bell & Howell for like 20 years. I mean, forever, okay? And back in the day when we started selling these, they were actually the price for one is what we're doing for the entire set of 6 here, okay? So that's going back ways. Now, how do they work? That's a great question. They use sound waves, but not just any sound waves, ultrasonic sound waves. So sound at a higher frequency than you can hear, than I could hear, than your pets could hear. Your dogs and cats, they won't know it's there, but the rats, the mice, the roaches, and the spiders, they hear them, and it makes them a little crazy. It makes them want to leave the area where these are working. We don't know what exactly sounds like, maybe fingernails on a chalkboard or like an alarm going off or something, but we do know that it makes them want to leave. Now, the nice thing about these is that you can see they're very, very discreet. Once you plug them in, they start working right away. And the set you're getting today, because there are 6 of them here, I always like to tell folks these are enough to do 1 floor of the average size home, okay? So if you have a multi-story dwelling, you probably want 2. The set itself, you're getting a little bit of everything, and I love this. You're getting 2 of our standard ones down there in the front row, okay? Down here, you've got one that has the lights on it, the 2 night lights. You've got another one with the night lights, and then they're actually all kind of mixed up right now, but then you've got 2, oh, they're doing it like this. Then you've got 2 that have the plugs on them and the night lights. They've been different for every single show, but you're getting a little bit of everything on there. And these ones are the deluxe. The ones that have the night lights and the plugs, those are the deluxe ones. Look at that.
Because so you plug it in,
right,
but then you don't lose the plug.
Correct.
So you can still plop in any of your other appliances or your cell phone charger. So you plug them in, and then what else do you do?
Nothing. You sit back and relax, because they will take care of everything for you. Now, I know for a lot of people that doesn't make sense, okay? You hear that and you're like going, how is it that I don't have to do anything? Let me explain something, okay? This is what you're used to, all right? We're all used to going out and we see a pest, and the first thing we do is we go out and we buy stuff.
Yes.
You gotta go buy poisons and traps and sprays and, you know, all these different things. But here's the big problem with that. It's a lot of work for you, number 1. Number 2, this stuff is going to wear out over time, so you're constantly reapplying. You're gonna use it up. You're gonna have to go to the store. You're gonna have to buy more of it. So you get into this whole vicious cycle. And if, God forbid, you ever get rats and mice, okay? It's a whole different thing, because when you get rats and mice, did you just shiver when I said that?
Yes, because I actually get like chills.
What do you think about that?
I have lived with all of these.
All of these things.
I've seen rats, I've seen mice, I've seen spiders, I've seen roaches. I've lived in New York and Minnesota and Colorado and California and Florida. I have seen it all.
You have seen it all.
Too up close and a little too personal.
Well, then you know that if you poison a rat or a mouse, right? They don't just die like, you know, right there in the middle of the floor where they ate it. No, they go into your walls, your ceilings, and your floors, and they pass and they decompose.
Or they do the dance
you've
of
got
death.
that, and you got that smell.
Torture.
You got that smell. Or you got one of these traps right here. You've got to bait these. That thing goes off, and you know that now there's a carcass somebody's got to deal with. Guess what? If you just use your Bell & Howell pest repellers, plug these in, they start working right away. You don't need the poisons. You don't need the traps. There's no carcasses to deal with. None of this stuff you have to do. Oh, by the way, did you notice? We have things up here for the roaches. We've got stuff for rats and mice. Nothing for spiders up here that you can go buy, because there's no way to get rid of spiders short of tenting your home or chasing them down with a rolled up newspaper. But the Bell & Howell pest repellers will repel the spiders.
This has been so important. I bought these a few years ago when my parents opened up the summer cottage. And guess who was living in the summer cottage all throughout the winter?
Little pests?
Little pests. In fact, we had everything from like black flies to ants that were crawling in. And I said, you guys, year round, you gotta plug these in.
Gotta do it.
Right? You can leave it in even when you're gone.
Oh, you want them when you're gone.
Right. So that way when you open up that summer cottage or that summer cabin, we also put these in our cabin that we use in the summer in Colorado, because guess what comes in the winter and the spring? Mice. They come in. They're like, hey, I think this looks warm and cozy, and there's some crumbs on the ground.
Right.
I'll just hang out here.
Well,
that's what we find when we open up the summer cabin.
Sure.
Not anymore, thanks to Bell & Howell.
Well, and this is the time of year. I mean, spring is sprung at this point, okay? It's coming, and love will be in the air. And that means there's gonna be a lot more little pests, and they're gonna be looking for somewhere to go. I'll give you a great example, too. People think that, you know, depending on where they live, they're not gonna have pest problems. I don't care if you live in the country, if you live in the city. Where I live, they were doing new construction, and my neighbor one day was like, you know, we're having a pest problem. Do you have anything going on at your place? I got my Bell & Howell pest repellers. I'm like, no, I don't. But he's like, well, I wonder where they're coming from. They're digging up the habitat where all these pests live when they build new construction. So your house could be brand new, but you got new tenants that are looking to move in with you, and a lot of them have 4 legs and tails. You know what I mean? Or you get the roaches. Speaking of, with roaches, real quick, we got a minute left. This is a story everybody at home's got to hear. If you think that it's a good idea to use spray on the roaches to kill them, okay? Here's why it's not. German cockroach is one of the most common that people have during an infestation, right? If you have German cockroaches and the female is bearing eggs, they carry them on their legs in an egg sac. You kill the female, you kill the mother, guess what happens to the egg sacs? They don't die, they jettison the egg sacs and they still hatch. So hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of baby cockroaches because you killed the mother. Now, if you can convince the mother to go away and have the babies somewhere else with your Bell & Howell pest repellers, wouldn't that be better than having those hundreds of baby pests?
That's what a girl wants.
That's
right
what the
there.
girl wants.
Because if your skin is crawling like mine is right now, just thinking about all the different little pests you have around your home, is it spiders? Is it roaches? Is it mice? Is it rats? Or maybe you just want to make sure they don't camp out at your house.
Exactly.
This is a 6-piece set, and it's a very incredible value. You get all 6, all the different versions. You get the original, you get ones with LED lights. Those are like little night lights.
They are, they're awesome.
They kind of shine the light in a bathroom or a hallway. And you also are getting the ultimate that have the extra additional outlets. So you're getting everything you need at a really great price.
No, you are. And just remember, guys, this is going to be, this is your reactive. This is reactive, this is proactive. Be proactive.
Ooh. Yeah, which one would you rather
infestation,
have?
No infestation.
No poisons, no sprays, no odors, no fumes. And everybody lives. That's the favorite thing to me.
The humane way to get rid of pests.
I'm an animal lover. Even if
me too.
I can love you, but I love you even more if you leave my house.
Somewhere else.
So
Go somewhere
that's what
else.
it does. It actually creates the